In this video, I'm going to show off some replays of me using the Assault Bot unit from the closed beta for Battle Aces. I prepared 9 clips from different games that I've cut from the moment I got Tier 3 Foundry to the end of that game. The Assault Bot is an interesting unit because it's a Tier 3 unit that only costs matter. Typically, only your Tier 1 units are the only units that cost matter, and then most everything in Tier 2, Tier 3 costs an equal amount of matter and energy. Throughout a game, you get the matter resource to the energy resource at a 5-to-2 ratio, so you always have matter, the red resource left over that you would typically spend on Tier 1 units. So the Tier 1 units stay relevant throughout the entirety of a game, unless you use one of very few units in Tier 3 that just cost matter, being the Assault Bot, the Advanced Bot, and the Behemoth. So these are just a handful of games where I was trying out the Assault Bot, and it was working really well. It was meshing really well with my deck. Typically I used a lot of King Crab and Scorpions, which are reasonably fast. The Assault Bot is a little bit slower when not overclocked, but then when they are overclocked, they move a lot faster. They keep up really well. They can, push right up behind the King Crabs and DPS things down pretty darn fast. They're definitely a very, very powerful unit. So they're basically like the Gun Bot from Tier 1, but just a Tier 3 version of it. I previously experimented a little bit with the Behemoth unit, which is another one that costs just matter. It kind of just fills a different role. It's a very, very large unit. That one costs 250 matter, and it's considered a durable unit, and it's pretty good as like a hard counter to mortars. That is, at least when they're not partnered with destroyers, which would then counter your behemoths. And that worked kind of okay for a bit, but I'd run into some mortar players that would frequently pair their mortars with destroyers, and that would not only counter my King Crabs but also my behemoths. So, I'm putting 2 durable units in my Foundry tech, so I would get countered by that pretty hard. The Assault Bot let me just do a lot of things. It still let me fight against mortar players decently well because the King Crab could tank for them, and they could just hang up behind and DPS down like a handful of these replays that you're already seeing here. And then it just kind of worked. It seemed to work better in a handful of other matchups too. So it didn't make things as like when I was running the Behemoth, I just felt like my deck was getting pretty lopsided, where it just had like a handful of really, really good matchups and then a handful of really, really bad matchups. The Assault Bot, for my deck at least, kind of smoothed things out a bit. So a lot of times a good strategy with one of these Tier 3 units that only cost matter is to kind of bank up a lot of that resource. So once you're in a game where you're gonna tech Tier 3, you want to start that tech and then maybe just spend that entire minute or so that you're waiting for the tech to come online, just delaying and spending as little resources as possible, really. If you can maybe be out in the map poking and prodding a little bit, you don't want to fall back too much, because your opponent might just come at you and kill you while you're waiting for your tech to come online. But if you can poke and prod a little bit out there and at least make your opponent, kind of trick your opponent into thinking that you're still being active on the map and spending your resources, that can be good. Meanwhile, you might stockpile like 1,000, 2,000 of the red resource, and then when that tech finally comes online, you just dump it into the Assault Bot unit. So, and that's what most of these replays are, me just kind of having that stockpile and then really just flooding with Assault Bots for the win, basically. Yeah, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't really have anything too profound to say about the unit. Yeah, some of these wins are just complete blowouts. I can't say this always worked out. There were definitely times where I could get countered if my opponent has the right type of splash units, and maybe just micros a little bit and make sure that their splash is firing at my Assault Bots. That might have panned out better for my opponent, but yeah, it seemed like a really, really powerful unit. Maybe it's too powerful. Maybe it'll get nerfed in the future. Of course, this is just the closed beta. But yeah, these clips are mostly just kind of for the fun of it. I think it's just I think it's just kind of fun and kind of beautiful to watch these assault bots just kind of mow things down, and turning on that overclock and looking at those guns glow is just very, very cool. So yeah, these are just kind of for fun. I'm not gonna provide commentary for this whole video. I'm gonna cut it here. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the clips. Thanks. Bye.
Units under attack. Units in combat.
Shuffle orders.
Victory!
Get us together. Pin 'em. All legs.
Units reporting damage.
Right in.
Advanced foundry ready.
Forever without a... King Crab.
Okay. On my way.
You got a resource base taking fire. Cover it. Units in combat. Units under attack. Victory! And working.
King Crabs select. King Crabs moving.
Advanced foundry ready.
Together. Gonna munch 'em.
Orders. Ended.
What's crap?
Identify. Orders received. Firing.
Units engaged.
Okay. I'm here. Turn. Headful. What do you need? On it. One there. Let's go. Orders? Over there. You got it.
Fresh crabs. Right in.
Resource base warmed up and working.
Party. Sure. Identify. On my way. Okay. Ended.
All legs.
I'm here. Traversing. What do you need? Going there. Orders?
Units reporting damage.
Yeah. 10-4. Identify.
Units in combat. Victory!
Pin 'em. The crown of despair.
Advanced Advanced foundry ready.
Saws up.
Resource base warmed up and working.
Okay. Targeting. Orders? Orders received. Traversing. You got it. What? Going there.
Fresh crabs.
In the dirt. I'm here. Over there.
Hut, hut, hut.
On it.
You got a resource base taking fire. Cover it.
On my way.
The one in
You got a resource base taking. Workers getting flanked.
fresh plate. King crabs. Move. King crabs attack.
Okay.
You got a resource base taking fire. Cover it.
King crabs attack.
Orders. Targeting.
Resource base destroyed.
What's crab?
Workers! Workers! Workers!
Traversing. I'm here. On it. You got it. In there. What do you need? Medical. Identify. Targeting. Okay, over there. Orders received. Orders. On it.
Victory!
King crab time. Form up.
Units in combat.
Fresh blades. March of the King.
Units reporting damage.
Ripple. Fresh crabs. Right in. Fire up. Gonna munch 'em. Get over here.
Advanced foundry ready.
What? Destroy. 10-4. I'm here. Targeting. Sending. On my way. Orders received. On it. Let's go. Destroy. Conversion.
Every win is earned. Bravo.
Online.
Enemy is building a resource base.
Right in. Online. Fresh blades. Form up.
Workers getting flanked.
All left.
Advanced foundry ready.
Identify. Targeting.
Units in combat.
The one and only.
Okay. Orders. On it.
What do you need? Moving. What? King Crab!
Units reporting damage.
Munch 'em.
I'm here. Army.
A crowd.
Identified. Orders received. Okay. On it. Destroy.
Victory!